Call out YAHAWASHI, RawchaaQadash. All praise, honor, and glory goes to you, Most High Yahawah. In the name of your Son, YAHAWASHI. And just coming to you with a quick briefing of what's going on. I wanted to focus in on the port strike that's going on the East Coast. And it got me to thinking about, what's going to be going on the West Coast. Because we know we have a port over here in California. I live in Long Beach. And, there's different ports on this side of San Diego as well. So I was reading this article, came out maybe like a couple hours ago. It says the CEO of the Port of Long Beach is confident that his Southern California can handle whatever increase in cargo. It streams from stemming from a dock worker strike in the Eastern Gulf Coast ports. He said that we do expect an increase in cargo in the event of East Coast port strikes. It says, goes on and says down here, it says the shippers in this particular case of the East Coast negotiations, shippers have more opinion and certainty of those. History tells you that during these sorts of sensitive contract negotiations, they start diverting cargo. So they're going to start diverting more cargo over to the West Coast. Now, what's ironic about this is that, when the COVID hit, there was a lot of cargo that was just sitting in the seas in the Port of Long Beach. And then a lot of the food and all of the goods that were sent in were spoiled. If you go on, it says right there, and let me see. It says that is a historical amount of our 113-year history. The great news is we've been able to do that with no congregation of bottlenecks here at the Port of Long Beach. Shalakia. It says so that bottlenecks here at the Port of Long Beach, so that a great pronouncement of progress given what we experienced in the worst of the COVID-19 supply chain crisis. Because what happened then is, like I said, all the cargo was sitting out there, and it was sitting up, and they weren't even sending everything in. History is pretty much going to repeat itself again. They think they know they're going to be able to handle this, but, we know YAHAWAHBahashamYAHAWASHI has another plan. I'm not trying to say that, I'm not trying to predict on what's going to happen, but, 67% of the cargo that comes to the United States is now being flooded over to the West Coast. First, it's going to take longer. First, you got to add more workers. This is going to be a mess. It's going to be confusion. And it made me think of this scripture in Psalms. I'm going to read it in the NLT. It says in Psalms 55:9, it says, confuse them, YAHAWAHBahashamYAHAWASHI, and frustrate their plans. It says, for I see violence and conflict in the city, and that's what's going to start happening. Not only because of the strikes going on the East Coast, but this is going to be a lot of confusion over here on the West Coast as well. Because, first, whenever you hear a crisis like this happen, everybody runs out and tries their best to, gather as much goods as they can. Then we get a lot of, a conflict just with that. People, wanting certain products, not enough of certain products. And then from there, it's just going to escalate to different, just pay attention to the news. Pay attention to your news from here on out until they resolve this, or if they ever get to resolve this. Because, we believe this is the time of the beginning of Jacob's trouble if things, happen the way that the prophets see. And I just want to read one more scripture, and it's in Wisdom of Solomon 10. And this is how we got to be thinking in these times, Israel. Yasharahla, it's HopefulElect. Because, no matter what your situation is, I have a plethora of situations right now going on. I can't even start to explain some of the things I have going on that, are right in my face and trying to get me to direct my attention towards that. But I'm trying to, I'm doing my best to stay focusing on prophecy while still trying to take care of the responsibilities that I have. And I'll be honest with you right now, it's getting difficult to take care of a lot of responsibilities I have because of, the lack of things that I need. But In Wisdom of Solomon 10:5, it says, once when the nations were frustrated in their wicked plans, so we see a lot of frustration about to come up, it says, wisdom recognized the righteous man. So wisdom recognizes a righteous man who stays focused on the goal, the main goal, which is YAHAWASHI. It says, and kept him innocent in Yahweh's sight, meaning that Yahweh, rescued him, helped him out in those situations. It's talking about Abraham here. He says, she gave him strength to obey Yahweh's command in spite of his love for his son. And, he was able to still go up and sacrifice his son, Isaac, not to Zach, like he was called to do. And then the Lord stopped him from doing it. And then, we know the story of Abraham. He became the father of many nations. He was always abundant in riches. So that's what we want to look forward to have that type of faith. He's the father of our faith. In these times where things are about to get really tricky, the wicked, has a lot of mischievous plans up their sleeve. They're going to be in confusion. They're going to be violent. It's going to be violence. It's going to be a lot of unlawfulness and unrighteousness going on. But we still got to keep our faith in the main thing, which is YAHAWASHI. So with that, I just want to give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, Bahashem, RawchaaQadash. I always want to give double honors to the apostles, the elders, the bishops, the priests, the preachers, the teachers that came before me, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, taught by their apostles and elders, and Shalawam to the holy elect. Till next time.